All right, you guys. Again, it's Maria Chung Willoughby back for our final segment of the circuit, which is networking and social skills. For those of you that don't know, this is a fundraiser for the Art of Good Incorporated. You should see the QR code at the beginning and at the end of each presentation. If you want more information, you can scan the QR code or you can actually go to the artofgoodincorporated.com, which tells you a lot about the causes and the founding of it and the wins and whys and what we do, what we purport to do, and what we're what we're gearing up to do. So, and also if you see different QR codes on the presentation throughout, those are to personally designed um, artwork on various merchandise that is going to help support the business. In this segment, again, we're talking about networking and social skills. All of these things that I address are things that I myself personally could work on, and I'm sure that others can work on as well. If you were a 70s baby or earlier, you may have been raised on the premise that, hey, if you're a good person, all you got to do is do good to other people and you're good to go. Not necessarily true in today's world and age. It may have never been true. The truth about it is that we have to make people feel good. Um, there's a fine balance between being authentic and making people feel good. For me personally, I'm very authentic. You can see on my face exactly how I feel. And sometimes, even though it's authentic, when we broadcast that to others, people interpret those things differently based on their experiences and where they've been in life. For example, you saw how I looked when I came on. For those of you that have been with me all day, they know that I worked out first thing this morning and I've been nonstop ever since. For those that are not, they're like, they're more superficial about it. But the thing is that the key I think to being an entrepreneur and having successful entrepreneurship is to somehow make those lines meet where you're doing the best you can and operating at full function, but you have a relationship. Developing the relationships is what we need to do. Develop relationships to where people can understand or people can relate to what you're going through and where you've been. That I personally appreciate my struggle. All right, we're freezing up again here. Hopefully, it doesn't continue to do that. But I know that I personally appreciate my struggle. But other people, that don't know the underlying factor of what you see visually, and if you're a quiet person that's muted, they don't really understand and they won't understand because you have to kind of, you know, put the hammer down. And sometimes when you're a muted person, even though you speak it verbally, people still don't hear you. They're not hearing you because they don't feel your presence, your energy. They don't feel you. You have to make them feel. So that is something that I definitely need to work on. For those of you that don't know, I've been a resident of Valdosta, Georgia for about 4 years. And I have absolutely no connections. And to the contrary, I may have actually, just from my appearance and things like that, and what people feel they're permitted to do based on my appearance or my presence says kind of the opposite. So our goal is to get out there and network and um, show our social skills and to remember that hey, we are socially savvy people. And so it's all about getting people to appreciate us for who we are and kind of on from an entrepreneurship standpoint of it. you know, it's not their job to meet us where we stand, but it's our job to meet them where they stand. And that would be the general public, that would be customers, and so forth, so that they um, can appreciate you, you know. So my job is to meet them where they stand. We have a couple of obvious things that we need to work on, but I think what I would like to do, what I feel like is the most empowering, is if I am able to somehow connect with people just like this, just as I am, you know, make that relatable to people, make the reality of it relatable and have people appreciate that for that. So, a couple of different things that we're going to work on, like I said, at the end of each day during the first segment circuit. I keep going to 8 o'clock and just keep repeating it. To 8 p.m. is my stopping time. What you're seeing now, I look tired, I look bedraggled. I'm not, I'm really focused, but I am tired and I am bedraggled. Let me take it back. I am focused and I am productive, just slowly productive. And the reason for this is My dilemma, and you guys can chime in and give me help and support as you see fit. My dilemma with this is that, I work through, I press through, and then it comes to a point where I have to stop and eat, where I'm starving. And what I ate today wasn't much. I had a scoop of rice, scoop of white rice, maybe 2 to 3 scoops of, curry gravy, the stew gravy. And I placed it on there and I ate that and I was fine. And I felt better because I ate. But immediately after, within 5 minutes, I felt sluggish. I felt tired. I felt like I needed to just go lay down somewhere. But I did not. I didn't. I said, well, maybe if I have a peppermint, it'll spruce me up. But it didn't. And I chain ate all the peppermints, like five, six, 10 of them. I don't know how many I ate. Right. And so I still continue to feel sluggish. But I remembered, and this is what I'm talking about when other people dealing with other people, their pressure points. My pressure point and me not laying down and said, okay, saying, okay, I'm gonna take a break, was because I remember how I felt yesterday when I did that. It happens immediately after I eat. When I did that yesterday, I could not sleep all night long because I felt so bad and so guilty and so horrible and awful for not having completed my circuit full run. So I wasn't going to let that happen today. I can't. So that's the same thing about other people. When it's it's a tryst between trying to get them to do something that's good for them, get something that they want versus whatever they're comfortable with, right? And if they're too comfortable and there's no pain or no pressure points, there's no way that they're going to make that change. Not because what you have isn't good enough. It's not because what you have is not good for them. It's because they are comfortable. They've because gotten accustomed to this, and we have to somehow get a pressure point going so they can see the value. And the same thing with me, now with, like I said, me viewing my interactions and, where I stand in this community, pressure point. That's a pressure point. I want my business to succeed. I want to be successful. I want to have good connections. 4 years is a long time to live in a city and nobody care about you or what you have going on. 4 years is a long time to live 3 doors down from somebody and then you go out to eat and they immediately leave because you came to eat there. Can't let that continue to happen. We have to get out and connect with the community. So that's what my goal is, at the end of each day, because I used to have it posted up here. I guess you can't see it now. I had sunrise and sunset, so we knew, what the hours were, that we had available in the day. But typically, when I finish my full circuit, it should be about 4 o'clock. So, you know, giving myself to 5 o'clock, that would be an extra planning. But at 4 o'clock, or somewhere between 4 and 5, out walking the streets and neighborhood. Today, between 4 and 5, though, we're going to actually uh, create the marketing material to use. And it's got to be something that's not too heavy impacting on them. Something that, I can say, hey, if I gave you something, if I gave you a website, would you go to it? Or can I show you something and you give me your opinion on it? Just depending on how they feel, just a QR code and just a website, right? And if I feel like they're receptive, can you tell me, can I show you something and you tell me what you think about it? You know, and if they say don't have time now, do you think that you would go and visit the website? And if so, do you think that you'd be kind enough to share your opinion of it with me? So the way that the QR codes are going to work, and like I said, I told you about my past experience. Somebody shouted out, "Oh, they steal information that way." That is not my goal at all. My goal is to get awareness out there of what I'm doing because I want support. It's really a good thing. I just have to get a pressure point where other people can understand and feel that too. And the first thing is presenting it. I don't have anything to lose. If they don't like me now, I mean, what else? What am I going to lose? They're just going to not like me more. But so let's get it. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I'm doing. If you have things that you personally work on when you're networking and trying to develop social skills, or if you have that natural charisma, and sometimes, it's not like I never had it. It's just society beat me down. When going through that legal system, I learned to close in. I learned to, and it was not something I did it myself. In the court, they were just like, oh, I mean, things that they tell you, kind of push you that way because you're trained up. It's a psychological thing. You're trained up to be respectful of authority, trained up to believe that somebody's a judge, a police officer, whatever that, or been on their job 30 years. It means that they must know everything. No, they just know how to manipulate and maneuver a little bit better. And for me personally, I don't intend to be a manipulative or maneuvering person at all. I want to see if somehow I can get this to work. If somehow I can get me being a genuine, authentic person to work, if I can get that to work, you know, and if I get the door slammed in my face, if I get scalding water or whatever, hopefully not, because people do have things like that happen thrown at me, hopefully, I won't abate. And what made me really want to push this was because just yesterday or the day before, one of these days, I went out to run errands and I saw a group of people and it looked like they were doing something in front of the MLK stadium portion. And all that kept going through my mind was remember how people treated you before. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that person that's scared to talk to people, interact with people, that if I see a situation that, I won't jump in. It reminds me when I first went through the legal system, I went to apply for a job and there was something that needed to be done and I could have done it. And before the legal situation, I would have jumped right behind the counter while I was on that interview and did it. And then when I told the guy, I know how to do it afterwards, he said, well, why didn't you just jump back there and do it? And I was like, because I have a legal situation. And it's changed my whole personality. It changes you from being an outgoing person that's innovative, that's not scared to step up, to someone that shies away and backs down for everything. And in addition to that, when you start to speak up because you're so timid, people don't know why they don't like you or why they don't like the fact that you're presenting this information. They know that something feels weird to them about it. And what feels weird is because you still, even though you have all that glory inside of you, you still feel timid about it. So it's like you're pushing, but you're pulling at the same time, and it makes people feel odd. They can't put their finger on it, but that's what it is. And so we have to change that. We're going to change it. And is the process going to be beautiful? No. Am I going to have some hurt feelings? Hell yeah. Yeah. There's going to be some people, like I said, I've already had hands put on me for no reason. So it might as well, you know, there's going to be some people that really, they don't want your presence around. They want to make sure that you stay hidden because they look at you as, as I guess I would look at a roach or as I would look at a fly, you know. They don't want your presence seen because you don't represent visually, what they want to have represent them. The things that they keep hidden are the things that you readily show, you know. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get this today. I'm gonna read to you some of my business journal because those are some of the things that we're gonna work on as far as this networking and social skill set go. We're gonna dedicate an hour every day, um, not only to the marketing portion of it, but the portion of me actually walking out. I want at least 30 minutes to an hour of me walking out and talking to people, handing out things. I don't want to hand them to people that are just going to throw them on the ground, but maybe throwing them on the ground isn't a bad thing. Somebody might see it and be interested. And I've had people tell me, don't put your picture on everything, don't brand yourself or whatever. But maybe that's it. They can say, oh, that's that girl, or maybe, but they have to see some kind of value to even care, whether it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it can't just be like, oh, she tries so much. It has to be something like, they know that I have something and they don't want me to succeed, so they're gonna look. It has to be something, but I don't mind. I put myself 1,000,000,000% out there, you know. I put myself 1,000,000,000% out there. Yeah. You see me walking down the street looking bedraggled because I'm getting from A to B, but I'm still a businesswoman. You have to start somewhere. And if not here, then where? Do you wait to get approval from everybody and accolades from everybody before you do it? No, it's now. Here and now. But anyhow, so here we go. So what I want to do is print out, initially this is what I plan. I'm going to print out a half a page of the AOG QR codes. And again, and then half a page of the YouTube, because whatever funding I get from YouTube or whatever viewership I get from YouTube, that goes to that too. This is my life. And so I'm gonna do half a page of the YouTube, and then a page of the other assorted QR codes for all the different designs that I've made, right? And so with those designs, some of them need to be revamped because first, when I was really gung ho about the business and I started out, I was just pushing them out, pushing them out, pushing them out, pushing them out. But I think I need to slow down and redesign some of those things. For people that it's almost like when people go to church And when they go to church, they expect a certain thing, but they're disappointed because they're getting gossip or backbiting, fighting or talking. It's the same thing when you push a product out, no matter what it is. If somebody went, let's say somebody went to go look at my product page, and they saw that perhaps one of my designs was a little off skew, then they'll be disappointed because they're like, man, I was going to support her, but this looks like it's cut off right here. You know what I'm saying? And so that's not what they want to approve of. That's not what they want to appreciate. They don't want to feel like, when they're not paying attention, something, whether it's intentional or not, something weird like that is going to happen. So I have to do this. And those of you who don't know, I'm still also looking for employment in addition because I want to be able to purchase my products so that you guys can see them physically too. And I think that would be great marketing too. Me walking around with my shirts on. If somebody has something to say about it, I can share it. And if they do look odd to them, I can share. I can share the experience to perhaps bring more business in. And when I say business, just more interaction and communication. That's what it is for me. But anyways, let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up a page to do my ALG QR codes. And that's the other thing though too. I was supposed to finish the ZOS, the Zen Administrative Services. I got everything together for that, and I've already made a decision that I'm going to go with the secondary platform just because of the way finances are looking right now. But yeah, we're gonna get the ALG out the way, and then like I said, we're running in a circuit. I only got 20 minutes later. We're running in a circuit, so I'm gonna get back to the business research portion where I can go ahead and start doing, just go ahead and publish the website for Zen, and been good to go on that. But yeah, so here we go. So for the ALG, I think part of me wants to do it in Excel. I know, right? But the reason that I want to do it because it's so clearly defined everything. But I could do tables in Word. So I think that because I want a full page. Let me grab a sheet of paper. The paper is pretty heavy stock, which is good. Do I look good, Mr. Steve? which is good. It's not that the heaviest, but it's heavier than your regular average normal paper. And where are my pens? I was just looking at my pens the other day. Let me grab so I have all my materials together with me. Let me grab my pens. Oh, they're right here. Okay. So I have my box with my pens that I'm going to affix to them, right? And I always keep water nearby. I mean, because like I get thirsty so much. But I'm going to make it work. And eventually, when I go out there, they're going to talk to the person that looks like this. But eventually, not exactly like this because I need to put something covering on top. But eventually, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to look real good. They're going to be like, what? Is that the same person? Yeah, but you guys know I work from the inside out, Inside out is how I work. So we got the paper, we got the pens. Now we just need a design. So should I do this on screen? No, it's just me putting QR codes together. I'll be okay. So how big do I want the QR codes to be? That's the thing. So with this paper, this is regular 8.5 by 11. So I'm thinking, and I want some leeway at the top again so I can stick the pins at the top without messing up the QR code portion of it. If I were to divide this in eighths, would that be good enough? Or would that eighths I think would be pretty good if I do eighths on this page. But that's kind of big. What if I do 16ths? Let me take a look. So I'm gonna do that. And actually I could do Excel. Let me try it and see. I've never done that before. Did a labels on Excel, but let me try it that way. That way I can make my own guidelines and things. That's the idea behind it. I don't know if it's gonna work out that way. So I'm gonna open up a new worksheet. I guess maybe I should share it. Why not? We'll see how it goes. Should I? I don't know if I should or shouldn't. I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. But okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Mm, and do I want it? I do want it in portrait mode. Should I? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'll do it. And if I feel weird about it, then I'll stop. I don't think it'll be any. It's no big deal. I don't think it'll be a big deal. Let's see. So we'll call this Excel label workspace. Right. Hope everybody had a pretty good day today. I mean, I definitely did. So we're going to start with a blank sheet. Um, yeah, we'll start with a blank sheet. We're going to make sure that it is. No, I'm in the wrong place. Oh, uh-oh, I think. I have a funny feeling. Oh, nope, it's working. I thought the microphone wasn't working. Okay, so anyhow, so get this trimmed down so we have some space here. And that can stay big. Okay, so I want it to be portrait. So we're gonna just change the page layout to portrait, right? Because that's what I want. And then I want to do like, so it just shows like the print area. So I'm not like, um, we'll do page break view here. Ooh, yeah, okay. All right, I guess because I haven't done anything, it's like, yo. Okay. So anyhow, and I think what would be a good size, I don't know what would be a good size for it. I think I'm gonna do like, we can play with it because I ain't doing nothing with the paper anyway, so why not? I'm gonna do 50. 50 maybe too small actually. Um, yeah, I think I need to do taller, like 100 as far as the row height. Or maybe even 150. No, I don't like that. But anyhow, how many of these can I get on one page? That's the question. Let me go ahead and put the little QR codes in there, and we'll see, we'll see. And I guess what I could do, and maybe I should do a row above it that's smaller. That row would be like, what's that? All right. Oh, y'all can't see me. Yeah, y'all don't need to see all that. Let me get that off the screen. We'll just talk it through. So anyhow, yes, I'm gonna make it so that the top row will be where I can put the website information. So we'll put www dot, and I guess, oh, they're saying that's only one page. Hmm. Let's just view the normal view real quick. So yeah, so the top row will be the website information, and then the second row will be a larger row, and it'll have the QR code in it. Now, according to the way that I have this set up, is 3 across by how many long? Looks a lot longer than I anticipated. Mm, and I think I probably did this already before. I know I did. I need to save this where I can find it. I know I did this before. Um, so when I put in the website, But also, I want to do one for Zen too. So I want to make sure that whatever column width it is, and see, this is, I know I did this before. All right, so I want to make sure that whatever column width it is, it'll be big enough for both Zen and for that. So this one, it is 33.86. So I'm going to make all the columns 33.86. And then we'll have that centered. And then what else do we want to do? So now with the QR codes. Now with that, it's showing that only 2 across makes a page. And I'll just put, I wonder if I should put my whole name. Yeah, because I'm me. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so I'll go ahead and do do QR code for each in those ones, and then we'll adjust the page and print it and see how it comes out. Now, then that'll be just because each of the packages that I put together, they're gonna have a Art of Good Incorporated QR, a Zen Administrative Services QR, and a Maria Chung Willoughby QR, right? Then they're also, I'm going to print out one of each of the different type of designs, and depending on the person, I will give them whichever design I think best suits our interaction. So I'm going to print one page that's just one of each of the different types of graphic designs. So let's get started, shall we? Just got to get the QR codes in there, and I'm good to go. Okay, so I'm supposed to stop at 5 o'clock to go to planning, and then we'll keep shooting back around and cycling back around. But that means that I won't be able to go out and actually walk the street and talk to people today. And that's okay. It's all right, no problem. So let us get the QR codes. Mm-hmm. QR codes. And I may just make a shirt that's just a QR code of my channel. Just walk around with my QR code. You can scan it from far away. QR is just quick response. I have to look that up. It's been a minute. But yeah, so let's look at my codes. Let's find the Art of Good is easy to find. Now the Zen, I have to redo the website, which is already redone. I just need to publish it. So right now I'm just going to do the QR for AOG and the QR for me. And then what I can do immediately after that is go ahead and publish the Zen website. And once I publish that, I can do the QR for that, and then I can move on. So let me put this on my list just in case 5 o'clock rolls around and we don't get to all of that. So let me put this on my business goals list. Because I got to get out there. I can't F up my, I can't not have social skills. It's not good. So I'm going to put this in here on my under my meet and greet slips. I'm going to have, okay, QR for AOG, QR MCW. Then I need to publish the ZOS site again. And then QR for ZOS, page full. And then the next step is going to be QR individual products. And I'm just going to do the stickers because they're the cheapest. And I think right now they would be the most marketable, right? And then I can upgrade the site and the design as needed. I think the sticker is what I need to work on. So everything else is still there and it looks good, but yeah. Okay, so I'm getting that QR for AOG now. It is not in that folder. I know where it is though. I just have to open it because it's the first one. Okay, and here we go. Darling. Beautiful. I love how you do things. Okay, so this is it. That's gonna be AOG. Got the QR for that, baby. But it doesn't want to let me do it that way. It's gonna make me insert it. I just want it to be simple. I don't want to make it a big deal. Just fucking paste my code, man. Let's try it one more time. And that's one thing I do need to work on. Um, Profanity. So I am gonna work on that. But right now I don't even have, you know how you punish yourself by saying I'm gonna take this away or take that away? I don't have anything to take away. So but so it's off of sheer, hey, you know better. So we're working towards it. But if people are watching and they call me out on it, that'll hurt. So that that would help. So if you see me doing anything like that, call me out. All right, so got to get the code a different way, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. Is it 5 o'clock? I got 6 minutes. 6 minutes to see if I can get all the codes in. That's all I want to do is get my codes in and publish the site, and then we'll worry about printing it out another time. Dang, that's a big QR code. That's big. All right, but anyhow, and that way they don't have to do that. Okay, that looks good. Actually, I think I kind of like that. But instead, see, I have that bottom line. Maybe I should make, what's the size on this? Maybe I should make it an even 2 by 2. 2 by 12 looks good though, but if it looks good, why don't I keep it that way? And just make the column longer, the row bigger. Let me see. Because it's at 150 even, and that keeps it simple. That's why. That's why, because it keeps it simple if it's at 150 even. All right, so let's change the picture then. The picture, we're gonna bring it down to 2 by 2. Whoops, 2 by 2. Damn, I took it to 22. I didn't want 22. I said 2 by 2. And 2 by 2, does that work perfectly if I move it down a little bit? Ooh, I think that does work pretty nicely. And I wonder though, is that space that I put above there big enough for me to stick the pen? We won't know until we actually print out. And so maybe I'll just print out one page. I won't print it out all. And so now I need my QR code, which is not in the right place, I don't think. No, because I think I have a new QR code that I made. Oh, yeah, I have a new one for this year because I want it to look like me. Last year looks like me, but it looks like I look different because my hair is short. Which I actually like last year's QR code a lot better, but that's okay. So let's go to my pictures and see if I can find this year's QR code. Mm-hmm. Uh, got 4 minutes, 3 minutes to go. Mm, would I have put it in with my design? It's possible. No. Hmm. I know it's in pictures though. I remember putting it in there. We'll just search for it. No problem. No problem. Unless it takes forever, of course. Yeah, every single QR code. Just want the one. Okay, it should be under. Oops, oops, I found it. 23, 23. Good girl. And maybe I could alternate between last year's and this year's. Because, people are aesthetic. Maybe they'll just like last year's better. Because I was gung ho last year, so it was a lot more. Let's see. Um, I got a minute and a half. So basically, what I've accomplished is just getting my AOG and my MCW QR codes on here. All right. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Here we go. Insert. Woo! I got something accomplished, so I'm not even mad. Insert. Controls. Yep, it's that time. It is that time. Got that one. Up. Ooh, actually, it doesn't look so bad. I'm so hard on myself. It ain't that bad. It's not bad at all. The only thing I'm concerned about, and this is what I need to revamp too, because the background for that QR code is black. And you know that black ink goes like crazy. So I need to change. So I'm not ready to print anyways, because I need to change the color. I need to make sure that all the backgrounds are white, so I'm not wasting ink. So let's see this. Change QRs so that the background is white. Same with ZARs too, and all of these. All right, so we know what we're doing there. That's a good thing. So let's go on and save. And then once I save the updated QR codes, they could all go into the corporation folder because right now they're just sitting out in those individual product folders. And then I know that if in the corporation folder, those are always going to be the one that I go to. So let's do that. Do I have a work product folder here in corporation? Yeah, I put that in logos and backgrounds. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Almost there, you guys, and we can move back on. We would have finished a full circuit and we're going back to the beginning. Um, more printable QR codes, total package. Okay, and do I have this saved under my business research? I do. Good. Good. So we did accomplish a small accomplishment there, but we're getting closer and closer. The end goal is to be out there talking to people. So we're closer because once I get that done, we're good. All right.